Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, coming to you with a little update about a adventure we're going to go on. So, since we've done the Packard video and the Mercury video and so many other barn find videos we've been just started filming for fun, we noticed that a lot of you guys seem to like the adventure, what I call the adventure videos, where we basically just go and dig old stuff out, look around, go to car shows, different things like that. And it's a nice break from working in the shop. So we're going to start updating you guys before we go on some of these trips so that maybe we can meet up with some viewers along the way, because it's always fun to put faces to some of the names that we see in the comments and things like that. So this time of year, about the third week in March, this year is the 23rd and 24th, there is a pretty good swap meet in Westminster, Maryland, an AACA swap meet that I've been going to for years. It's kind of one of my first kickoffs of the season, where I get out of the slightly cold weather, go somewhere a little bit warmer. So we usually head to Maryland, do the swap meet, and then we head south, just driving around looking for cool stuff and just kind of do the sightseeing thing. So unfortunately, my girl Kate can't come this year. She has to do some work, so I look for some less attractive road trip mates, and Mike and Jason agreed to join in. So we're going to be hitting the Westminster swap meet on Saturday, the 23rd, I believe it is, in March, and we're going to be doing that swap meet for the day, and then we're going to drive around for the rest of the weekend around Virginia, West Virginia, wherever it takes us. What I do know is we had a viewer that contacted us by the name of Doug that is liquidating a pretty good collection of cars that he has. Now, he's a fairly private person. He doesn't like advertising them on the internet too much, but he does need to start letting go. He sent me a bunch of photos, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it was definitely interesting. I probably saw 40 or 50 cars in the photos. Plus, he said he has some school buses full of stuff that he said he hasn't been in 20 or 30 years. Said we're allowed to dig through them, see what we want. And he also kind of is like the guy that knows everybody in his town, or guys that used to be around that had cool old cars, used to dirt race, different things like that. So he said he might just show us around to some old stuff, which is cool. So we're gonna just see what happens. So we're heading from Maryland to Virginia to a kind of undisclosed location. We're gonna video his property and kind of show off some of the stuff that he wants to sell. Maybe do a little interview with him to let us, give us a story on how he acquired so many of these cars. And basically, we're going to try and get shots of all the cars that are for sale. We're going to try and get some prices out of him, or rough prices out of him, ahead of time, so that we can either talk about them in the video, or we can make an email address available after the video, so that if you guys are interested in any of the cars or stuff in the videos, you guys can contact him through email. You can communicate that way, and then if he feels that you guys can strike a deal, or you're interested enough, he will then do the phone call, and you can go visit the property. But as we're finding, a lot of these guys are that have the best stashes are really private, and they don't really let people over, or they don't really advertise that they have all this stuff, and they want to stay quiet. But as you get a little older, you need to sell, unfortunately, and then you run into this problem where you don't want people ransacking your property, and but you need to sell. So we have agreed to offer, we have agreed to kind of get the word out that that he has these vehicles for sale. From the photos, I'm trying to be good right now. Fingers crossed I don't bring anything home, and not buy any more project vehicles. I'm trying to get cars done this summer, so I'm trying not to buy more junk, but we know that's a lost cause.
Alright, as you can see right here, I am editing the video right now, and I had to add this in because Matt's a liar. We know we're coming home with something. In the comments down below, what's your bet? Do you think we're coming home with something? We coming home with a car, a truck, motorcycle? What do you guys think? Let us know.
So we're gonna try and just pass the word on the stuff he has for sale, and just see what kind of stuff we run into. We got some new gear, so you guys have been dropping comments. Like I always say, we love feedback. We don't really take offense from it. We want to help make these videos better, show you guys more of what you want to see, and do everything we can to make it more enjoyable to watch, because it's a lot of work for us. So if we could do some things to make it a little better and make you guys watch it more, hopefully there'll be more views and we will get more people watching, which is great. So we've gotten a really neat, and Mike's not here, I wish he was here because he's the tech geek. We got a fancy new like floating gimbal thing for our new Canon camera that we bought earlier or end of last year, so we can now do really smooth walking shots with it. So it's like I think it's actually 1 or 2 hands, but it's got little motors in it, so you can drive and do really smooth walking and panning shots. So just using that while we're doing car shows, or even when we're walking around properties, it'll look way smoother. It won't be so bouncy, and it'll be a little less jarring for you watching it. The other thing Mike got, and he went out on a limb when you set Mike loose on getting gadgets, when I'm like, hey, maybe we need a new mic, or maybe we need a new this or that, he goes nuts. And he bought the gimbal thing, and then immediately after that he bought a really kick-ass drone, so we can get some overhead shots. So we're planning on doing some really neat driving shots of some of my vehicles and friends' vehicles this year, and also we're going to properties like this, we can kind of do bird's eye view of what kind of stuff they have. So we'll see. Mike might crash it on the first try. We'll see. I'm going to try and get that on film, because if he does, it'll be pretty funny. But hopefully he's going to get some beautiful shots. So this is our first trip with all this new technology stuff, and hopefully it doesn't crash and burn. But if it doesn't, we're going to have a pretty cool video. So if you guys are in the Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia area, around that kind of type of area, like I said, we're heading to Westminster first, and then we're heading south. The West Virginia, where it comes together, we're going to be kind of heading in that direction, I believe. So if you're going to be around that area, drop us a line, drop us a comment, favorite place to eat, if there's something we got to see, or if you want to meet up sometime over the weekend. We will be around Saturday and Sunday, so if you guys are around that area, drop us a comment or an email. Email is irontrapgarage@gmail.com, and you can also find it in the contact section on our site. So that's it, just a quick little update about a fun little adventure we have. We're in the middle of body work on the T, so there isn't a lot going on that we can update right now. So I figured I'd give you guys just kind of a heads up of an upcoming video that should be really fun. All right guys, thanks a lot. Catch you later.